So one of the challenges I had, speaking of Michael Pena, is he actually is my favorite Ant-Man character, period. And so then, can I get a famous bowl combo with the Mountain Dew?
Oh, I'm glad. Did you see this guy just asked me that I want some KFC? It's not even real chicken. I was like, let's tell a story about KFC.
So.
To talk about today to all of you out there in Storier land. Spoiler alert for the three of you that did not see Avengers Infinity War.
What's wrong with you?
Why did I not give you a spoiler alert for Ant-Man? Because you're probably not gonna go see it.
If you have not seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, go watch that before you see this video, because we are talking about
spoiler.
And if you haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, I suggest or Civil War or Avengers 3 and the first Ant-Man.
You got to see the first Ant-Man.
I think you should go see all of these, because that's basically what we're getting into. The nature of episodic storytelling. I know we talked about this in an Avengers Infinity War video. I think like movies are just going the TV comic book route, and so that's why I say this ushered in something that's a new form of storytelling. I think with these big franchises, these universes they're trying to create, is definitely the future. Welcome to the future. Ant-Man versus the Wasp showed a little bit of the downside of this kind of storytelling. Number one, all the references to Civil War in such a vague and oblique way. I feel like if that was such a big part between Hope and Scott's discord and their relationship that he left without her, they should have clearly stated exactly why he left. They gloss over the Sokovia Accord.
How would you do it differently?
How would I do it differently?
What's the takeaway from the writing perspective?
I think you could have clearly solved that problem with a couple flashback scenes to Infinity War. You could have showed a little fight at the airport. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really have to. It could have been like 30 seconds to a minute of screen time.
But that doesn't get you anywhere. Where does that get you?
You get to see why he went. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you're going to introduce somebody on house arrest, we're dealing with ex-cons as heroes in this. You're saying he did another criminal act, but you're not really showing why that criminal act was heroic. Is Captain America shorthand for, like, I went with Cap? Like, Captain America can't be wrong?
No, he can't.
Like that. Maybe that's what they're going with.
I was confused about it throughout, until they actually said, you could have told me about her. Like, I was like, why is she mad that he went? Like, why is Hank mad? Like, they kept bringing it up and not saying why. They just said, you're really mad. Oh, they don't want to talk to me. Like, why? At
the end of the first movie, they were all great. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm thinking just as
and they've had no interaction since.
No interaction since then.
You know.
Right. For these movies to stand as their own trilogy, and like I say, to stand as their own movie, how dependent was this just on Civil War?
Yeah.
And so to me, I
think you missed the interim stuff. Like, I don't have an issue though with going from Infinity War to Ant-Man. I'll just like see the movie. I just don't think that they cleared it up enough.
But if they didn't fill you in enough, it's because of the episodic nature of the thing. You saw Ant-Man. But if you only ever saw Ant-Man versus the Wasp, I promise you that's way more confusing. I'm talking about for like a 67-year-old grandmother or something. Maybe, hey, I saw Black Panther and Avengers War. Let me give Marvel one more chance.
Can't she be like 66 or 68?
66, she could be 92. What I'm saying is she's going to go in there and be like, what did they do in Germany? She might even go, who is Captain America?
She better not.
And then finally, I think the teaser where they disappear because of the Thanos snap. Now, if you did not see Avengers 3, what does that mean to you?
That's a great question, Carl. Thank you for asking.
That right there is the best example I can even hold up to why this was so episodic. They even ended it in a very episodic
What are you going to do? Not do that, though?
You didn't have to.
Watch all the movies.
I mean, I'm saying, you shouldn't have to make everybody watch every movie, because movies should be able to stand on their own.
Every, book in a series is dependent to some degree on the book before it and after.
Yes, and the book before it is Ant-Man, not Avengers 3. The book before it is Ant-Man, not Civil War. Actually, I think I proved my point so well this time that I'm done.
I stand unmoved.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it. That's our take on the Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's not going to be a popular take. Yeah, so that's it. Let us know what you thought. We'd love to hear your comments. But I'm sure there's a lot of people who disagree.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some people who disagree. It seems to be a well-liked movie. And to be clear, it's not that I disliked the movie. I just thought it was exceedingly average. And definitely out of the 20 Marvel movies, bottom.
Like the video even if you don't, just because that's a good thing to do.
Oh, yeah. And you want to be a good person.
Comment. We already said that.
Yeah, comment, subscribe. Like. Did you say like? Like it twice. Like it and tell a friend to like it.
Share.
Comment. Share. Comment. Share.
In light of that, and in trying to like not sound like Debbie Downer or Daryl Downer, or any of the Downers. Demetrius.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
DeAndre Downer?
DeAndre. All of them.
Not a Downer by birth. I'm from the Nobbleberry Maple Brown Pamby family. And I married into the Downer family, which of course made me a Nobbleberry Maple Brown Pamby Downer.
But I will say this, one of the things that I did like, progressive complications. So she goes into to her buyer, Sonny Birch. He doesn't want to sell. She comes back and takes care of it. Like, so now she's on a high, about to walk out, and then she sees Ghost, and so like she's way deeper than she was just a couple minutes ago. And so I thought that was a great example of a progressive complication. The dynamics of how it played out through the rest of the story, I was very much less impressed with.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one scene is great. Actually, I think that was the best, second best scene in the movie.